Hello, it's vlog 2. I was writing a letter to, I'm going to tell you what I've been doing. So, writing a letter to my grandma and my grandpa. My grandma's 88, my grandpa's 92. He's a World War II Navy vet. And I'm writing some nice things down about how I got to see like Gone with the Wind in theaters for its 75th anniversary this year, and it was something I always wanted to do because when my grandmother was little, she saw it like when it first came out, so I was like, wow, it'd be very cool to see it in theaters like she did when she was a teenager. So that was cool, and I saw the movie and I'm writing to her about it. I'm wondering what would be some things like tastefully put in there to ask for their prayers, want to thank them for the faith they've kept in my family. They're like devout rosary spinners, if you know what I'm talking about. If there's anything that you think I could also put in that letter, please let me know, because that'd be cool. So I got a comment that said like, even holding a rosary in your hand is prayerful. So I've been like falling asleep holding a rosary in my hand for a few weeks now. It's really comforting. Though when you wake up, you're like, where did that rosary go? Lately, I've had to be very suspicious of compliments that I get because I get full of myself, or there's some kind of idea that starts up in my mind about how I'm doing something right and I'm getting these qualities. It's like, no, I always have to stop myself and remind myself that these things are gifts from God that I'm given and that it has nothing to do with me. You better be careful because I get these problems because of my pride that I have to deal with. I'm like very suspicious. And I mean, like, thank you for the compliment and everything, but they just don't know there are more wheels turning in the background as to, okay, I'm going to take this compliment and I'm going to process it later, like while I'm praying, so that I can take it to heart correctly and not up to my head, if you know what I mean. Here's a movie I think you all will enjoy in the Christmas season. It's called Holiday Inn. It's got Fred Astaire and Bing Crosby over here and some lady, it doesn't have her name on the front. It is a fantastic movie. It's really cute. Holiday Inn. It's an inn that opens only for the holidays, like Valentine's Day, Christmas, and Easter. It's quite lovely. So you got the two guys, they're fighting over this girl, and she's like, I don't know which one I like, or whatever. I highly recommend it. It's terribly cute. It's little cute dancing scenes and song numbers that are just really enjoyable. It's not a chick flick. A guy recommended this to me. There you go. I got another book in the mail, guys. St.Anthony the Great. The Life of St.Anthony the Great by St.Athanasius the Great. This book's really intense, so unless you understand and are cool with like someone like Padre Pio and his writings and what he said, and like apparitions, visions get really intense. If you're okay with those things, then maybe you could move on to this kind of a book. This is like Desert Monk King right here. He was out there disciplining himself and gaining virtues, so much so that he would see things. So there's a lot of mentions of what the beings from down below are like and how the whole process works with trying to tempt you and get to a certain point where you're not tempted by little things anymore, and then they may try to do this to you and they may try to do this after that. If you still deny them in this way, then they'll try this way. It gets very specific. It's just interesting. Not that I'm torn apart by demons every evening like this guy was, and not that I think anything of that sort with myself. Still really interesting to read about somebody like him. He inspired St. Augustine in the Confessions. This was one of the books where St. Augustine went, whoa, this stuff's legit. So that's why I'm reading it. I'm already enjoying it. It's one of those books you can open up and just read whatever page you want. Yeah. Okay, end of vlog day 2.